These are free reeds. So the free reed family will cover everything from your humble harmonica to a piano accordion, a button accordion or melodeon, Indian harmonium, and lovely concertinas. The principle is you have a vibrating metal reed in some kind of order, some kind of system. That's why we call them free reeds. So we have a piano accordion. The layout most people are familiar with from playing a keyboard or a piano. The bass buttons are just a little bit of a shock, but really what we have a bass and a counterbass, and then we will have a minor, a flat, a seventh and a diminished row. So you're playing chord vamps, a little burst of a chord, and then you'll play the melody side over the top of that. Now, sometimes you can have several what we call voices, where you can have just like a single middle reed and then switch to two middle reeds, one of them slightly sharp, and you can hear the wavering beat frequencies. It gives you a fuller sound. Other boxes will have extra voices like a bass set of reeds. Our melodeon or button accordion, if we think of these as having a harmonica for each row, you have a different note on the push and the pull, and they come in lots of different tunings that are suitable for certain different styles of music. So DG is a very common tuning for English and Morris dance. BC is very common for Irish playing. You will get CF, lots of different variants, but we do like to cater for all of them when we can. We have little children's ones, which are kind of cute, really small. Not for adults, even though lots of adults try and struggle into them. The straps are too small. No, just buy a big one. This is an Indian harmonium, so it's like this on its side, and you pump the bellows. Great fun. And now the concertinas. The original free reed instrument, as far as Western Europe is concerned, the original was what we call an English button system. 4 rows of buttons, and you have the same note on the push and the pull. Invented in the late 1830s, about the same time that the saxophone was being invented. Then we'll have an Anglo system, or Anglo-German, which has a different note on the push and the pull. So a different note on the push and the pull of each button. And then the other, kind of the love child of the both of these, this is called a duet. What you get is bass on the left, treble on the right. A really good duet player can make it sound beautifully. I'm sorry, I can't. But it is beautiful. And when you have the older boxes, if they are made by Wheatstone, we can actually look up the age of the instrument, because we still have the ledger books held by the Horniman Museum. So this one came out of the factory on the 4th of July, 1920. So it's nice being able to celebrate the birthday of your concertina. This is called a sheng. This would have been the inspiration behind the concertina and all the other things. So this is a Chinese free reed instrument. We're blowing in here, and when you stop the hole with a finger or thumb, it makes the reed sound. There's a variant Japanese have called the sho, which is a little bit smaller. So the sheng and the sho are early free reeds that predate the concertina. And the concertina predates the piano accordion and the button accordion too. We do have one other free reed that we do sell. We do sell a jaw harp in various flavours. A jaw harp is that vibrating reed. And Sir Charles Wheatstone, who invented that, he did actually study these. So it has a vibrating metal reed. free reeds.